Hello, hello, everyone jumping on. Give everybody just a few minutes to pop on and then we will get started. Hopefully everybody's got their windows open tonight. It is gorgeous, gorgeous out tonight. Finally, we're cooling off a little bit. We could use some rain, but we're finally cooling off. All right, well, we're recording, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. So for those of you that do not know me, I am Tammy Conacher. I am an RN of 29 years. I am also a Lyme survivor of 3 years now. So I have a lot of people that say, why would you jump off the deep end of medicine and go into holistic health? The reason being is I spent 9 years suffering from my Lyme disease and 9 years trying to find a cure for my Lyme disease. I will not say that Plexus cures or treats any disease state, but I will tell you that it does get your gut in balance, and in that terms will get your body healthy as well. So that's what ended up happening to me. I got my gut healthy and my whole body turned around, and I am probably the healthiest I've been in 20 years or so. I just turned 50 last week and I feel better than I've ever felt. So tonight I'm going to share with you. Oh, we need to mute somebody. Hang on, just check who we need to mute. Okay, right there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to go through some things tonight, and I'm going to explain some gut health. I'm going to show you some pictures of people that have actually are friends of mine that have been on the products. So let's go to here. All righty. Let's get started here. Okay. What if this could change everything? So many of us came into Plexus very skeptical. Most of us came saying, right, this is never going to work. It's just not something that most of us would even have considered until we got to the last resort or we saw somebody's health return. So we went in because we saw a change in somebody else, or we were at a desperate point in our lives and said, I've got nothing else to try. So here we are. And I tell you what, 3 years in, this is probably the best company I've ever worked with. It is the best products by far. After 29 years of medicines and doing a lot of prescription drugs for people, I have seen the greatest results from these products alone in all my 29 years of medicine than I've ever seen with anything. So I am thrilled to do this every day. I love every day getting messages from people telling me how amazing they feel. I spent 29 years of my career trying to just hear that. So for me, that is huge. I'm going to start with some slides here. This is my friend Rick. Rick went to nursing school with me. So we've been nurses for 30 years. We were LPNs. We went to Bridge program and became RNs together. We were study buddies. Rick was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. You can see here, he put on a lot of weight. They had him on methotrexate due to the Crohn's disease to control his symptoms. I knew I was supposed to talk to Rick, but I hesitated because I was afraid of what somebody would think of me, especially somebody that I had worked with in medicine for so long. I did not talk to Rick when I should have, and Rick ended up having an unnecessary surgery on his bowel that his colon ended up getting nicked and perforated, and he ended up coming home with 10 weeks of IV nutrition and just some major complications. So it was actually Rick that called us one day on his way home from work and said, hey, I am stopping at your house. Whatever this stuff you guys are taking is, I need to know because I'm dying. I can't do this. So this is Rick today. Rick is now off of his methotrexate. He is down 63 pounds. He feels better than he has ever felt. He looks amazing. He has energy to boot. He could not even hardly mow his yard because his energy was so lacking. Rick walks over 35 miles a week now. I love it. This is what Rick, Debbie, and I, all of us nurses, Mindy, we all got into nursing for. We got into nursing to make major changes in people. As you can see, that's a major change. Even if it was just his weight alone, that is a huge change. It is easier on his heart. It's easier on his breathing. It set him up for diabetes. It set him up for hypertension. And as you can see, he looks greater than he's probably ever looked. This is myself and Debbie Proctor and I. So this is just what inflammation looks like in your body. And Debbie and I'll tell you, if you talk about like the amount of weight, there really wasn't a lot of scale like numbers difference in those pictures. And you would look at that and you go, no way, there's at least 15, 16 pounds. No, there wasn't. That's inflammation. You can see in both of our cheeks, this puffy rounded in both of our guts, the bloat. That is all because of yeast overgrowth. Our diets in America today are so full of hidden sugars. Hidden sugars are in our breads. I got a lot of friends in Australia that do not like the breads in America. They said they are so sweet. It's because in America they add sugars to our breads. Most people do not know that the tobacco company in the United States is one of the largest consumers of sugar in the world. They put a half a teaspoon of sugar in every cigarette. So you think about the addictive effects of cigarettes. It's not even nicotine, but sugar. They've done studies with sugar. The sugar is actually more addictive than cocaine. They did mice studies and they gave mice sugar and they gave them cocaine, and the mice went to the sugar every time. So the high from sugar was far greater than a high from cocaine. So, and as you can see what it does to our bodies, when you start to get yeast, you start to see diabetes, you start to see hypertension, you start to see a host of other ailments come into play. Now, this is my Lyme friend. So as you know, I have a very great passion for Lyme disease because I myself was a Lyme patient. So this is my friend Nicole. Well, we started her about, I say she's about 5 weeks. She can put in the chat there. We're about 5 weeks in. Now I will tell you, Nicole's still going through some die-off. Die-off is rough with Lyme. You know, it takes layers of layers, but as you can see, she is just shining bright. She's outside. She's playing with her kids now. Her family said the other day she's even running. You know, she was running with the boys, and she's able to return back to her husband's business and work some. So it is extreme joy for me to see that. You can see her little child. A lot of the kiddos today are dealing with a lot of GI issues, a lot of bloating and constipation. Most people don't even think about it until you have a child that has that. They're very grumpy. They're grumpy. Their bowels are not moving. They just don't feel good. BioCleanse is our amazing oxygenated magnesium product. It's an oxygenated magnesium. So instead of the Miralax for those kiddos or stool softeners or laxatives, this is a gentle cleanse. It's magnesium. It's not going to hurt them. You can give them as much and your body will get rid of what it doesn't need in magnesium. So absolutely love that and love seeing the kiddos go from the big swollen belly there, you can see, to a little more flat abdomen. So I love it. Collagen. I think when Bill and I, when they launched collagen, I really as a nurse was not taught much about what collagen did. I just know that after the age of 20, you start to lose collagen in your body. And we just said, hey, if we're going to do this, we're going to test these products before we actually give them or recommend them to anybody. So Bill and I have tried every product just to make sure that it was something that agreed with us and that we didn't feel had any side effects before we recommended anything. So as you can see, my husband's hair started to grow, which was crazy for us. Bill's always had very thinning on top. And I know he's on here. He's probably going to put a little nasty comment to me, but he was always thin on top. And even our daughter, when she came over from North Carolina, it was like, oh my gosh, Mom, Dad's got hair. Yep, Dad's got hair. So you can see here, and Rick will tell you the same thing. Rick lost that 63 pounds, and he doesn't have that saggy skin. You know, as he lost his weight, he was taking the collagen, so that collagen drew that in. And as you can see here with this lady, it just pulled that loose skin, and it's nice, it's getting nice and firm. And you know, this lady's probably a little bit older, so she's not going to have a full muscle, but at least she's got this saggy skin's kind of gone. All right, people ask me all the time, is Plexus safe for pregnancy? Absolutely amazing for pregnancy. So Shauna Isling, the gal on your left here, she just delivered little Sabrina Rain a week before that. She's also a Lyme survivor, and her son is a Lyme survivor as well too. She's an herbalist by trade, so she believes all in holistic health and healing the body naturally. So, and I love to see just her brightness. You can see there's no swelling in her face, just post-delivery. Megan is our sweet friend from church. You look at this little sweet gal, Megan. She looks completely healthy. I would have never in my life said, you know what, Megan, why don't you try my products? Never. Megan came to me. She had chronic urinary tract infections. This is their rainbow baby. They had lost 3 pregnancies. And she told me that they were having multiple urinary tract infections. She was being put on antibiotics for multiple years, all constant. So she said, can this help? I said, absolutely. Your bladder infections, you know, yeast overgrowth is very common for bladder infections. We put her on that. And as you can see, we have a beautiful baby from that. So the gal on your right here, that's Carissa Casey. She's a good friend. This is one day before she delivered that baby. And you can see there's no fluid on her at all. When most women will have all the swelling in the ankles, no swelling. Yeah, that the Slim product, which we'll go over in a minute, pulls that fluid off the body. So, and the balanced blood sugar, you can see her energy. I mean, she's just bright and shiny. So love that part. All right, here we go with some eczema, really bad eczema. This guy here and this gal here, they actually did the body cream as well. But also when you get your gut healthy, this is all due to yeast. So this is actually what you're seeing is the yeast overgrowth coming out in the skin is what you're seeing here. So once you get that yeast die off, I will tell people when you start the products, this actually can get worse before it gets better. Yeast, as we kill off yeast in your body, it has to come out of your body somehow. Most people don't realize your skin is the largest organ of your body. So people can sometimes even have acne come up. That's actually yeast pushing through the skin and getting its way out. You can have some diarrhea, some headaches, and we'll go over some of those die-off symptoms at the end here. But just know that whatever you're dealing with can actually flare up before it gets better. So if I have somebody start a product and they have gout per se, they'll call me and say, oh my gosh, now I'm having a gout flare up. Well, you're having a gout flare up because those uric acids are being pushed from your body. So once they get through that gout flare up, then they don't have, I've had guys that haven't had a gout flare up in 3 years now. So once that gets out of your body, then you tend not to have that flare back up again. So what are our key things? Okay, if I had to say, what would you want me to start on as a nurse? Debbie and I both will tell you this. Rick will tell you this. We like to get the gut healthy. It is important for us to get your gut healthy first before we start attacking a lot of things. People say, well, I want to lose weight. You will lose weight. They have linked obesity to the bacteria in the gut being off. So your microbiome being off. So as we get your gut healthy, as you can see with Debbie and I, we've lost all that bloat. And then you will start to lose weight after that. I've lost 37 pounds over the last 3 years. Was it immediate? No, it wasn't. But did I feel better and feel like exercising? Absolutely. So it's a process. So you start here with our Slim. Our Slim, we don't necessarily like the name Slim, but it was developed for diabetics. They developed this product for diabetes. And what happens is, if you're in the medical field, you understand this. Most diabetics are more concerned with their weight than they are with their blood sugars, unfortunately, but it's true of Americans today. So they name the product Slim because most people would buy something for their weight, but they wouldn't necessarily for their diabetes. So Slim actually balances blood sugar. There's chromium in it. So chromium is great for balancing blood sugar. It also has alpha lipoic acid in it. Alpha lipoic acid is great at busting biofilms. So your yeasts have biofilms, your Lyme diseases have biofilms around them that protect them from being destroyed. This alpha lipoic acid in this actually breaks down those biofilms so that it can be destroyed. I just was listening to somebody, Shoshana Easling, the Lyme gal from earlier. She said actually in Japan, they use alpha lipoic acid to destroy Lyme. So even in Japan, you may take 2 of those packets a day trying to break down that biofilm and destroy the Lyme. Our BioCleanse, which we said is the oxygenated magnesium. I was a nurse. Most of us nurses have taken everything under the sun to try to sleep. Most doctors, everything under the sun to sleep. We all went through the NyQuil, we went through the Benadryl, we've been through everything. I was taking Ambien as a Lyme patient. The BioCleanse, I sleep better with BioCleanse than I've ever slept with Ambien or anything else that I've taken. It is a smooth muscle relaxer, being a magnesium product. So your muscles will relax. I go work out. I can come home if I've done an intense workout and actually take a couple extra of these, and my muscles aren't nearly as sore as what they were. If you're working outside, your back's sore, your muscles are just sore from working outside, you can come in just to take a couple extra BioCleanse. This is not a cleanse like people think, oh my gosh, I'm going to end up in the bathroom like a bowel cleanse. It's not that at all. ProBio 5. ProBio 5 is our probiotic. I was on numerous probiotics, 9 years of different probiotics, because of my Lyme and the antibiotics. Ours, with the ProBio 5, I will tell you the difference is the chitin in it. So chitosanase or chitin breaks down biofilms. With Lyme disease, Lyme has a biofilm around it to protect it from being destroyed. What this ProBio 5 did was it broke that biofilm so that probiotic could get down in there and destroy that Lyme cell. So love our probiotic. It is great for breaking down yeast in people. So the bloat in your face will be the first thing that you'll notice go, and the abdominal bloat will be the first thing you notice with that. But I can tell you that this is the one that most people have to die off from, because we're destroying the yeast in your body. All right, then we go to our next critical pack. So it depends on what's going on with you. If you say, you know what, I'm one of those people that I have to see results and I have to see them now. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, let's start you on this one then. This vital biome and X factor. 50% of the population carry a gene called the MTHFR gene. That means that we do not process a non-methylated folate. So if you are one of those people and 50% of the population have it and don't even know they have it, they're not processing a vitamin that they're picking up over the counter. I happen to be one of those. Most Lyme patients are. Most chronic illness is because of that MTHFR gene. So what Plexus, the physicians at Plexus said was, let's just methylate all of our products. That way people that don't have that gene and don't know it can still process our vitamins. So I loved that. I mean, coming from the medical profession, that was just genius. You know, why not methylate things? That way if they don't know they have it, it's still utilized by the body. Energy from this is amazing. I do not recommend taking it in the afternoon. My husband didn't know what it was, thought on the bathroom counter, took it early on when we started and said, hey, what was that? What was in that bottle in there? Because I was up with all this energy last night. That's X factor. So don't recommend you take it at night. Take it during the day. It's great energy. It's got minerals and vitamins in it. It is great for menopausal women with hot flashes or PMS. Amazing. Vital biome. It is our other probiotic. It has 7 strains of great bacteria. This is absolutely amazing for anybody with anxiety and depression. Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be doing a call, another Zoom call on anxiety and depression, where we'll have a couple of people giving their testimonies on how much better they're doing when they're taking their vital biome and Metaburn, which we'll get into later. And then of course your Slim for balancing that blood sugar out. So amazing. Also to note that this one there's 4 great strains for respiratory. So with everything going on now, this is a real critical one. All right, our new Mega Kids microbiome, which was just released this weekend. I am super, super excited about this. What a time. I mean, our kids are getting ready to go back to school. Hopefully, we pray, right? We hope they get to go back to school, but they're out in public and they're going to be going into winter months. So Plexus doctors, our pediatrician, our family practice physician, they all got together and said, hey, let's get something together for these kiddos. Let's get them healthy. So they came out with Mega Kids microbiome. So the microbiome is your good gut bacteria level in your gut. So that's the good bacteria. That's what your microbiome is. Your microbiome is where it sets up your immune system in your body. And then the X Factor Kids is right here. X Factor Kids is their methylated vitamin. You can see here, the X Factor Kids, the vitamin A in it is equal to 9 cups of broccoli. The B6, 30 ounces of smoked salmon. B12, equivalent to 2 cups of whole milk. The biotin, 5 cups of almonds. Vitamin C, equivalent to an orange. Vitamin D is equivalent to 9 large boiled eggs. Your vitamin E is 7.5 cups of butternut squash. Your folate, 3 cups of raw spinach. Vitamin K, 9 spears of asparagus. Niacin, 3 medium avocados. Your pantothenic acid, which that's typo, 1 cup of the shiitake mushrooms. If you don't know about mushrooms are great for like detoxing your body. Riboflavin, 1.5 cups fortified tofu, and thiamine, 3.5 cups of green peas. I don't know about you. I had a kid that ate great, but there is no way she would have consumed all those great things. So to me, that is amazing. I will tell you that as an adult, a lot of adults still will say, hey, I could use all this. If you are on Coumadin, I recommend you probably stay away from this just because of the vitamin E and because of the vitamin K in that, okay? So just avoid that as an adult if you are taking Coumadin. Mega Kids microbiome. So this is the packet. This is the tropical punch packet for kiddos. So it's choline. Choline is equivalent to 9 ounces of canned tuna. Choline sets up the immune system in the gut. It is what is commonly found in breast milk. So if that tells you anything, that's where the immune system begins in the gut for a baby, is breast milk. Choline is found in breast milk. DHA, it's equivalent to 3 ounces of cooked cod. Lutein, it's equivalent to 1 cup of cooked Brussels sprouts. And the prebiotic fibers, 1/2 cup of Jerusalem artichoke. So amazing. And this package right here is $34.95. I don't know about you moms, but buying vitamins and stuff for your kids, and then they're getting sick, and you're buying this, and you're buying that. $34 a month, pretty good investment for making sure that their guts are well protected. So I love it. They now have a family basics package. It's $89 currently through the end of the month. You can actually get the Slim for mama and daddy, and X Factor for mom and dad, and then you get your kiddos set up too. So for right now, for $89 until the end of this month is amazing. That is a steal for that, to keep your immune system in check. There's our kiddos. So for what Debbie and I have said is, we are just so excited. We want to see our little kiddos doing better. So Debbie and I have put together some fun little things. So your kiddos that are going to try the Mega Kids for us are going to get a nice little surprise in the mail from us. So they'll get their little cape, and they'll get their little glasses there, and they'll get a little glass bottle from us, or a little plastic bottle with the Mega Kids on it. So be a nice little surprise for them. And this is actually my cousin's she has a foster child, and this foster child came to her looking like this. It was actually all over the body. And she just said, what can we do? What can you do for him? So we put him on the probiotic, put him on a BioCleanse, and then I actually put him on the body cream as well. And as you can see, you can even see his poor little eyes, how tired his eyes looked. And you can see now how just bright and shiny his skin is. And you can imagine how much better this poor little guy sleeps. I mean, he was just looking miserable. Oops, I don't know why that's how the slide got there. The first slide was supposed to be the Slim. But you can see the Slim here too. There's two different Slims. The first Slim is the microbiome activating one. The only difference between the two, there's the hunger control one, and this one's supposed to be the microbiome activating one, is the hunger control has the extra soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is efficient for people with Crohn's disease, diverticulitis, any type of GI issue. They have like a leaky gut, so they need that extra fiber to fill in those junctions in the gut. It is great for people with diabetes. It helps to fill the abdomen up fuller so that they're not hungry all the time and they're not craving sugars. So it's a toss-up. I like them both. Sometimes I'll alternate them and that's what Dr. Logan, one of our medical advisors, he does the same thing. He'll alternate them up too. Great. Our ProBio 5, you can see it's got the protease in it. It's got chitosinase. This is that yeast buster that I was telling you about. Lowers cholesterol. So if you're you're somebody with cholesterol medications, within about 5 weeks, most people drop 100 points on their cholesterol levels. It's got the serapeptase in it for dissolving non-living tissues, blood clots, cysts, arterial plaques, and inflammation in the body. And it has the distinct ability to digest only non-living tissue, allowing the old toxic layers to clog the digestive system and the lining of the arteries to dissolve. It supports circulatory health with fluid balance and swelling, promotes breast health. I'll show you back in a slide later, you'll see some edema in a leg, and that leg's edema is gone. The BioCleanse has the oxygenated magnesium in it, and it also has that vitamin C. As we know with this COVID stuff, the same vitamin C is critical. So vitamin C helps with so many things, boosts the white blood cells, reduces cholesterol. So it's great for a lot of things. Vital Biome. Here's that Vital Biome. This is the one great for anxiety, depression. It's got the Lactobacillus helvictis, the Bacillus coagulans, the Lactobacillus plantarum, the Saccharomyces boulardii, the Bifidobacterium longum, the Lactobacillus acidophilus, and the Bifidobacterium lactis. So as you can see, there's like 4 different ones here. Cold symptoms, allergic rhinitis, reduces the inflammation, cholesterol, the SIBO. You'll see my picture here in a minute. I went to 4 different doctors. I've been in medicine for 29 years. I myself had not heard of SIBO. I went to 4 different doctors, one being a GI specialist and a very renowned GI specialist that did not know what was wrong with me until I sent a picture to a physician surgeon friend of mine. I sent a picture of my abdomen to her, and she said, "You have SIBO." I had been in medicine for 20-some years, never even heard of SIBO. So she ordered the proper testing, and sure enough, I had a methane form of SIBO, which is the hardest one to treat. Look at here, the Lyme disease. Once again, this is not Plexus saying this product does this. This is the ingredient. This is the ingredient that does this. This is what we know from medicine that Saccharomyces boulardii does. reduces blood pressure. So we tell our patients when you start, if you're on something for blood pressure, we just say, hey, just be watching your blood pressure, because you're going to want to report to your doctor, because they're going to want to start reducing your blood pressure medicine as we need to do that. So also with blood sugars, I tell people to start taking their blood sugar. Keep a record of that, because we're going to start going down on your insulins, not us. We're going to have you report to your physician, and they're going to end up starting to reduce your insulin and your oral agents for that. So boost your iron absorption. So that your anemic patients, this is really good for boosting that iron absorption. So sorry, this slide is blurry. Metaburn. Metaburn is for adrenal and thyroid support. There's a thing called adaptogenic herbs. Adaptogenic herbs are really critical for like your thyroid, adrenal support. I have an ER physician friend. He said this is what gets him through a night shift. He said it's the rhodiola. It reduces anxiety. It reduces stress. I will tell you, when all this started back with all this COVID, and I was getting like companies that wanted me to report to duty as a travel nurse, I ended up going back on my Metaburn. I did start having some anxiety. I mean, the pressure was on that I was going to have to report, and I really did not want to have to go on the front lines and deal with COVID. So I love the Metaburn. It's great. Within 30 minutes, you can feel the effects of your mood. Here's another combo. So we have some people that are just, hey, I'm getting older. I don't like the way my skin looks. I'll tell them, then just get the Slim and the collagen. You know, if you really don't, I mean, your gut's not as important as everything else, that's a great package too. That too is an 89 package right now. This one is also another one. So how many of us have tried Rodan and Fields? The expensive, all the lines, do this step, 7 steps later, you're still in the bathroom an hour later doing all the steps. Joyome morning, Joyome night. The difference with this is it's a microbiome activating. So what it is microbiome for your skin. Your skin, as you see, now I turned 50 last week. My skin is soft, it's smooth. I simply put it on in the morning. I simply put it on at night. Love it. Here's your Healthy Weight Advantage pack. So what it does, it comes with the BioCleanse, the ProBio, the Metaburn, Balance. Balance is for balancing blood sugar. I do like my diabetics to go on this. It's got cinnamon bark extract in it, white kidney bean extract in it. So it's really great at keeping that blood sugar nice and balanced. Our lean shakes are amazing. I hated protein shakes before Plexus, hated them. They're chalky. And I was hesitant. When I first started theirs, I thought, oh, here's another chalky shake. It tastes like a milkshake. It is amazing. I actually do mine now with my package of Active, which is our energy drink. And it tastes like a tropical drink. It tastes almost like a Hawaiian blizzard. Go figure. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. Yes, it's amazing. Okay, so when all COVID started, our doctors all got together and said, okay, what can we do for our people? We need to put something together to help boost people's immune system. They did not say they're going to create something to treat COVID. They said, we need to boost people's immune system. What can we put together? They put together an immunity packet. Some people cannot stand the taste of a drink. They're like, I don't want a drink. I can't stand the taste of a drink. This is a great, great, great product for them. Ease reduces inflammation in the body. The ProBio 5, the VitaBiome, and the methylated vitamin. So it is a great combo, and it's $89. Now, if you think of $89 for keeping your immune system healthy, that's a steal. So here we get into the Ease, and I'm going to move you guys over just a little bit so I can see a line there. Ease has got bromelain in it. Bromelain comes from pineapple. So as you know, pineapple is great for reducing inflammation in the body. It's great for cardiovascular disease, arthritis, joint pain, sinus bronchitis, protects the lining of the stomach. This got the serapeptase in it again, which increases your healing time. It helps to fight inflammation, breaks down the mucus. Turmeric, anti-inflammatory, reducing cholesterol, reduces pain, cancer fighting. I will tell you that I did not used to start people on this. I start almost every person on this. I know Debbie's been doing it too recently. We'll start people on the triplex, and we start you on Ease for at least the first month to get the inflammation in your body died down. And then after that, we're like, we're fine. We're fine if you want to drop that off, but get the inflammation died down first. And if there's a die-off, it's going to help with that die-off because it's going to reduce inflammation from your die-off. So it's a must for us when you start. So let's go here. This is SIBO, folks. This was my abdomen. So that was my abdomen pre-Plexus with my Lyme disease. I looked about 7 months pregnant. I was unable to have a bowel movement. The nerves to my bowel had been affected by my Lyme disease. And that was after multiple laxatives, multiple enemas, and multiple stool softeners. And I was still only able to have a bowel movement once a week. So, and that was pretty miserable for about probably almost a year like that. So you can imagine feeling pregnant for almost a year. This right here is what we was talking about. Okay, so when you do the alpha lipoic acid in the slim, and you're doing that in the ProBio 5, look at this. This is 428 to 5619. This is edema. This is just water retention in the body. We see this a lot with congestive heart failure, but we see it in pregnancy as well. And you can see with just in a matter of weeks that inflammation's died down. Okay, detox. We're going to talk a little bit about detox. So one of the biggest reasons people quit, they're like, oh, I'm allergic to it. I can't take it. Well, my aunt called me. She just started about 3 weeks ago. And she said, honey, I can't take this. She's in her 70s. And she says, I have got this rash everywhere. And I just kind of laughed with her. I'm like, oh, you're having a die-off. So I talked to her about die-off and the fact that it comes through the skin. And she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I eat a lot of sugar. And sure enough. So we're just pushing her through that. And we're just giving her some ease to get through that. But you can have some nausea. You can have some headaches, some fatigue, some dizziness, swollen glands, bloating, gas, constipation, or diarrhea, increase in your joint pain, an elevated heart rate, chills, cold feeling in your extremities, some body itchiness, hives or rashes, some sweating, fever, skin breakouts, or recurring vaginal prostrate and sinus. So do not be alarmed by that. Your body is just trying to get rid of all that toxin. You can see my lemons here in the background. What's a great way to detox the body? Lemon water, lots of lemon water. If you're a Lyme patient or you're someone with a chronic illness, you are most likely going to have a die-off. It's rough. Lots of lemon water. Push that lemon water. Alka-Seltzer Gold tablets actually bind with toxins and will help pull toxins out of the body. So I tell people take an Alka-Seltzer Gold. Epsom salt baths are great for pulling toxins out of the body. But do know that when you do that, that you will feel extremely fatigued because as that pulls that toxin out of your body's working hard to get that toxin out. So you may feel some fatigue. So a new thing that they just launched this weekend that we are super, super excited about it. So the website can be so frustrating to be able to go on and order your products. Those of us that have been on, say sometimes it sits there and spins. So they have come out with an app for us. So if you have not downloaded the Plexus Engage app on your phone, this is your Amazon website now. Love it. Like I literally can go on just like you would click on Amazon to order something. You click on your Plexus Engage app, click on your little office here, you're straight back in your office and you can shop. The other great thing here is if you said, hey, you know what, I'm loving my products, but I am just not one. I'm not one that I'm going to share with somebody. I just don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. There's this little share button here. They already have videos in here. They have some videos in here about the microbiome. They have people's stories because of Plexus. You can just share it with them. You can share a video and say, you know what, this is what's helped me. This is what's helped me, and maybe it can help you. The next slide is going to get controversial because a lot of people say, oh, why are you going there? This is why I don't like multi-level marketing companies. I took this for granted for a long time. I assumed nobody wanted to do this because I didn't want to do this. But I can tell you that the biggest blessing has been that I've been able to help people in this time of COVID and not having jobs to actually pay car payments and house payments. People that didn't know if they was going to be able to keep their houses or cars who now have some income. I've had 2 people that made $1,200 last month in their very first month with Plexus. That can pay a lot of things off. So I do share that now through the end of this month. If you refer 3 people to Plexus with a 99 pack, you get 3 people, you get 20 business builders points, which is 20 times 3. On a $199 pack, you get $25. So that's either $60 or $75 that's deposited every Thursday. You get an impact incentive right now. So Plexus, our bosses at Plexus, our 2 owners, are the most generous men in the world. Tarl has deflected his income for the rest of the year. He will not be taking an income for the rest of the year, and he's donated that to the employees at Plexus. That's how generous they are. They said when all this started, let's do our own stimulus program for people. They did a $6 million stimulus program for us so that people like us could have some extra income. So the impact incentive, you enroll 3 people, you get $100, and that $100 is deposited in your account within 72 hours. you actually will go what they call silver. So going 3 people is silver. You get $100 bonus there. So that's a $15 a pay, or $45 a pay points too. That's $305 to $320 for just referring 3 of your friends that are sick to getting an income. You refer 6, you can see here, you get the 20 times 6 or the 25 times 6. The impact incentive goes up to an additional $250. So you get $350 and then a $100 bonus, $690. So what my 2 gals that got the $1,200 did is they signed their husbands up. Plexus loves couples to work it together. They want you to double dip. The guys love it. They're like, the more families and couples that we have involved working together is family oriented. So they actually earned this, and then they enrolled into their husband and earned a double bonus under their husbands too. So love that our company is so generous. I'll just go over something else just really quick. I'm going to screen share here. So people get really confused when they go to our website right here. So I wanted to show you really quick, and then we'll just go on. Okay, so when you go to who's ever talks to you about Plexus, when you go to their website, they will give you their website. The one thing I tell people is, you see this little enroll button, this enroll as ambassador. This will scare a lot of people. Don't let that scare you. That is not something you're obligated to every month. That is not something you ever have to purchase again. This gets you right now $9.99 membership, just like a Sam's Club membership or a Costco membership. This will get you wholesale pricing. So this will get you products for actually like almost $10 off each product a month. So enroll as the ambassador. Don't be afraid of it. You get the discount. It's totally worth it. I pay for my Sam's membership every year. I never question it. I know I get cheaper products. So you enroll as ambassador. When you do that, then you'll click get started, and then you can actually choose which welcome pack best suits your needs. There's a bunch of $199 ones, and as you can see here, the $99 ones. Healthy Happy is the promo code right now. Right here you see this Healthy Happy. Make sure that you put it in the promo code box, not the incentive code box, and that will take an additional 10% off. So now's the time. Now's the time. If you're wanting to feel better, you're wanting to feel healthier, there's no better time than now to get started. So I'm going to check out the chats here. Debbie, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I don't have anything to add, unless anybody has any questions or anything to add.
Okay, Kimberly, you're going through the kidney infection right now. Type down there, Kimberly, have you started, are you on Plexus right now? Because Debbie can touch on kidney infections because she's had those a lot.
Yes. Kimberly, can you unmute and tell us what's going on?
Yeah, it's actually really funny. I'm actually at urgent care right now with an IV in my arm, which is why I'm not, you don't see me videoing right now.
Okay.
But when I heard you guys say that the candida overgrowth and all of that stuff can cause stomach bloating and urinary tract infections, and I just found out that, you know, I must have had an undetected UTI that has traveled to my kidneys. I was like, oh my God. I'm 2 days on. So I just started the triplex.
Okay. All right. And it could actually be, you know, some of the die-off too, but I was having frequent kidney infections and bladder infections. And can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting some feedback, so I didn't know. But anyway, so one morning I woke up early in the morning, too early to go to the doctor or the pharmacy or anything. And you can just tell that feeling, you know, that crampy feeling. And and I already had blood in my urine. And so I went and I thought, well, I'm just going to up my ProBio 5. So I took 3 ProBio 5 that morning. Within 30 minutes, the cramping was gone. And I just upped my ProBio 5, my BioCleanse for about 3 days, and I never ever had another problem, and I haven't had one since. So I do think it, you know, a lot of it was the yeast, and that ProBio 5 is just, it's amazing.
Absolutely. I agree. Kimberly, I do think that, yeah, since you started the products, like we said earlier, it's not uncommon for something to flare up as you're going through. I know Sabrina's not on here. My daughter, her mother-in-law had chronic urinary tract infection. She actually passed blood. So, and luckily, we're close enough. She called me. She's like, I ain't passing blood. It was great. She's not had kidney infection since. So it's not uncommon. So I'm glad you had that question. And we will pray for you, Kimberly, that you get out of virgin care there. Okay.
Anything you can do to support, I would say, just since they've given you an antibiotic, just be sure that you know, continue with your triplex to reproduce, or, you know, re-establish your good bacteria in your gut, and then just kind of go with it from there. So.
Absolutely. Danielle, I like your comment on the multivitamins. I could feel the difference, let alone help with energy and the hormones before, and that you've never noticed that. Most likely you carry the MTHFR gene. And that was me. I got to take vitamins. I never noticed. Most of us, I mean, you type in the comments, if you've taken a multivitamin, just let us know. Did you feel effect? Yes, no. I mean, no, most of us say no. We never felt effects. So when you have a fully methylated vitamin, your body can process that. So I love that, Danielle. Yes, the energy is great. Our daughter said she felt like Superwoman. I loved it. Jacob, Vitabiome rocks. No more antidepressants. My husband, I know Bill's on here. Same way. Bill's on antidepressants for 30 years. And he's been off of antidepressants now for almost 3 years. So love that. And all the stupid side effects with, antidepressants. So there's actually a psychiatric physician in Springfield, Illinois, that she actually encourages Vitabiome. She loves Vitabiome for her clients. And she's actually started backing them off their Effexors and Prozacs because of Vitabiome. So another good thing to note is there is also a neurologist in Springfield that does a lot of research. And she said that there's a lot of great research out there with MS and Plexus. So she said she found it very, very interesting that there's so much research right now going on with MS and Plexus. So I love it. The doctors are seeing it, just like us nurses. How much ease do you start people on? 1 bottle or loading dose? Daniel, I don't start everybody on necessarily loading dose. So for those of you who don't know, a loading dose is 2 E's 3 times a day. It depends on what's going on with them. If they are a Lyme patient, yes, I will start them on 2, 3 times a day. If they're not a Lyme patient, I see Debbie made the comment too. Yeah, 2 tabs. Yeah, 2 tabs twice a day. So most people that we start new, that's what we're doing. It's the 2 tabs, 2 in the morning and 2 at night. We're just trying to get that inflammation down in your body. That's all we're trying to do. So, and then, yeah, like Debbie says, then we'll often shorten it. Yeah, just depending on the health issue, right? Sharon, interested in knowing more about blood pressure and the acid reflux. Acid reflux is so simple. So you think of acid reflux in the body. Acid reflux, we give you a protein pump inhibitor. And Debbie and I kind of laugh at this. We inhibit your body. So acid reflux is actually an oxymoron. So what's happening is your body's actually not producing enough acid. So it's trying to go into overdrive is what's happening. So it's trying to produce more because it's not. So, and then we put down a protein pump inhibitor in you, and we're actually just kind of like muting out everything where your body can't function the way it should. So when you start to heal that lining of the esophagus and the stomach, your body will actually produce the right amount of acid, and that's one of probably the easiest things, don't you think, Debbie? Acid reflux is probably one of the easiest things.
Yeah, it really is. But of course, you have to wean yourself off of those. So you're not going to stop it immediately. But I don't remember how long Jim and I were on ours when we were brave enough, to start weaning ourselves off and see if it would work. And we never had any trouble at all. My husband used to eat Tums by the bottle full. And we have not used anything like that for probably a year and a half.
And you guys even eat spicy foods now. Like we go out with Jim all the time. Jalapenos. I mean, they love jalapenos.
Yep, we eat everything. The only thing that bothers me is if I eat too much sugar, you'll be able to tell it. So
good point. Blood pressure, Sharon. The triplex alone, when you get your gut healthy, that blood pressure will automatically start. When you reduce the inflammation in your body, that blood pressure will start to trend down. I know we had one friend of ours, he called me, he's like, hey, I'm a little lightheaded. And I said, hey, check your blood pressure. And he's like, wow, my blood pressure's down. So that's why we've learned how to tell people now, just once you start the products, do at least a weekly blood pressure check on yourself. as your blood pressure starts to trend down, just call your doctor and say, hey, listen, I'm taking these products. My blood pressure is starting to come down, and they'll start backing you off your blood pressure medicines. I was either one way or another with Lyme disease. It's a very unmanageable blood pressure. So I'd be 200 over 140s, or I would be 70 over 30. So yeah, it was very volatile. Kimberly, they just gave me an antibiotic. Oh, I mean, we can't tell you no, but Debbie will tell you, like Debbie said, what she did was she upped her probio and her bio cleanse. And she chose not to do the antibiotic route, but we can't, of course, we can't tell you not to do that. The only thing is, and Bill can chime in here, he's done a lot of research for me. Like once you take an antibiotic, I'm thinking it was like 7 to 9 months it takes to recover the bacteria that it destroys in the gut. So you're actually setting yourself back about 7 to 9 months. I will tell you that Debbie and Jim and Bill and I did mission work in Haiti. And of course we had to go on the drug that everybody was using for COVID. That's an actual treatment for malaria. So, and it's a preventative. We chose not to take it. Our bodies have been so healthy for 3 years. The fact that we just don't even want that stuff in our bodies anymore. We did take it with us, and we all said, hey, if we get bit by a mosquito, we start having symptoms, it's the treatment for it too. So we can always go on it. But we just chose, because of our health being so healthy, not set our guts back. So it's an individual choice, Kimberly. What do you think, Deb?
I agree. Yep. Yeah. And since they've already given it to you, like I said earlier, anything that you can do to support it is just make sure you take your probiotic and just replenish that gut bacteria as quickly as you can.
Yep. Yeah, good point. Good point. And then, I mean, the cranberry is still really good. I mean, it's not an old wives' tale. Yeah, the cranberry just changes the acidity level. So your cranberry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. William Conacher, my husband's chiming in there. Yes, your husbands will steal your products. If you don't sign them up, you may as well start now, because I walked in the kitchen and he was stealing my products. So, and that's how he got started. Most men will respond very fast. Nicole, your husband steal them too. Yeah, it's not uncommon. Men actually respond much faster than we do as women. I think with women, we have a lot of hormonal issues. Danielle, antidepressants wrecked my husband's stomach, probably undiagnosed IBS, made his gut worse. My husband is not on any medications for his depression, anxiety, migraines, or stomach pain issues since Plexus. Hallelujah, praise Jesus, love that. Love that. Hiatal hernia, not going to do much. The hernia is a weakened muscle tissue, Sharon. So that's actually the muscle that is actually weakened, and that's usually intestines that protrude through those. So unfortunately, there's really nothing you can do to repair that, like that muscle tissue that's weak. Great. Old vitamins are crazy excited about the new ones. I can't wait, Nicole, either. Actually, I will be trying them. So just for you guys to know, and I know Debbie's going to try them too. We both will take the children's vitamins, and we will take the children's mega, just because as nurses, we want to make sure that we know what we're recommending to you. And the children's mega has a probiotic strain in it that is not the adults. So I'm kind of curious to see what it does, but they said it's great for adults for brain function. So, and you look at all the equivalents, I mean, my goodness. And like I said, the only thing I would not recommend is if you are on Coumadin. I think Debbie would agree, that we don't want that vitamin K, and we don't want the vitamin E. Vitamin E actually helps thin the blood. So if you are on Coumadin or blood thinner, we would probably tell you to stay away from that one. Okay. Oh, yeah. So Dr. Hemingway and Brooke Hemingway. So Dr. Hemingway is an ER physician in Hawaii, and Brooke, his wife, was a ER nurse. So they are very high ranking in our company and very well known in the community of Plexus. They just did a video yesterday. He and her both broke down the fact that, like, your Costco vitamins that you're buying your kids, most vitamins that you're buying your kids over the counter are nothing but sugar. Look at the ingredients. The first ingredient is fructose or sugar. So all you're doing is setting your child up for a sugar addiction, and you're starting to, and you can see the obesity in our children. Look around at our kids today. The vitamins that we're putting in their bodies are nothing but sugar. So if anybody wants to see that, we can sure tag you in that video. It was a great video of theirs. I think I shared it on my Facebook page too. So, but it is great. So any other questions? Please. Okay, Kimberly, I will sure do that. Very good. Awesome. All right. Well, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to private message us or get with whoever invited you to this call. They can hook you up with whatever you need. We like to kind of customize and kind of figure out what's going on with you before we just like willy-nilly start you on something. So whoever invited you to the call, just make sure you just check in with them and say, hey, what do I need to get started? So we are so thankful for you guys. So we are here. We love what we get to do every day. So ask away, follow us. We post stuff so you can keep up with us. So we do have a medical team health page. So you can look for that, Medical Professionals Talk Plexus. So there's a lot of good information on there. So anything else you want to add, Dan?
Nope.
Okay, great. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for taking time to be with us tonight. And we just love spending time with you. So good night, all.